very, very, very disappointed. I thought we had some moments in that game, and large moments in that game, where it was a very friendly game. Some of the messaging that they took on board and how they adjusted to the tactics of the opposition. But we need to learn lessons very quickly, because I look at the last three goals that we've conceded. There's more through our own downfall, and full credit to the opposition. They absolutely executed and did it exceptionally well, but we opened the door to give them that opportunity, and we just need to learn from that and really do a better job of controlling ourselves in these moments.
When you look at how the last 2 weeks have gone, you obviously had some time off there, and you come back and give up an early goal. Do you feel like there was anything to that, to kind of getting back into the game mindset of things?
Possibly. I mean, it would be a good excuse, but I'm not really up for excuses right now, to be quite honest with you. I think we opened the game well, and made a really silly decision in possession. And hey, listen, we knew that's what they would do, and that's what they did. So, we have to learn the lessons of what these teams can do to us. If we breathe for a second and take a foot off the gas, they're going to punish you, and that's what they did.
And obviously, I think on the Racing side, that the stadium got its loudest tonight when Nadia came in the game. Can you just talk us through the decision process there of whether you start her or bring her on for sub, and then how many minutes you wanted to get her in this first appearance?
That is fantastic. Obviously, if we could play full 90 right away, we would definitely have done it. She's someone that we expect to change the club both internally and then on the field as well. She's a fantastic ambassador for the game of soccer, and someone I've known for quite a long time, and I know very well what she can do on the pitch. And I think in the 35 minutes that she was on there, she definitely caused a lot of problems up there. It's up to us now to try and establish that relationship between herself and their fellow attackers.
And then it seemed to maybe open up the game a little bit differently for Cece. Had a good performance, and probably unlucky to not have a goal there, especially early there. Can you kind of talk us through how you've been able to manage her a little bit as you bring on true center forwards and allow her to play in the role that I think she's maybe a little bit more comfortable in?
Yeah. I mean, Cece's, we've said it from the get-go. She's done a fantastic job playing through the middle for us, and we're very proud of her for doing that. But now we've got her in a position where she can influence the game from a different standpoint. It makes such a wonderful impact upon the game, and we're very, very happy about that. So, Cece's at her best working between the lines, connecting with people, and maybe running onto the attack from deep. And when she gets those opportunities, it's fun to watch for sure. But we're very happy for Cece.
All right, looks like we've got a couple questions. Tyler, would you like to go first?
Yeah, hey, Christy, you talked about that giveaway to lead to the first goal and some of the mistakes that have led to the last three goals you've conceded. What's your message to the team to try and correct those? Is it a mental mistakes, or what do you see them as?
Well, I'll tell you exactly what I said to the team after the game. When you're trying to make a masterpiece, you definitely spill some paint on the floor. So we just have to be in love with the fact that we're working towards a masterpiece, but we know that there's going to be spilled paint, and there's going to be mistakes, there's going to be lessons, there's going to be growing pains, and we have to embrace that. We can't just embrace the end product, the outcome. We have to be totally in love with the idea of grinding through a process of embracing the good, the bad, and the ugly. And truthfully, the girls do a fantastic job with it. But it's making sure every day we remind them, hey, listen, this is what happened. This is how we can use that to our advantage the next time we play this team, or we face another team in the end of itself.
Eric, you can go ahead.
Well, you mostly probably answered my question. I just wondered, like, the night of the game, like right afterward, how you moderate your message. Like, you want to be patient and embrace that process. At the same time, a more veteran team or in a different situation, you might get into a more. How do you handle that?
It's definitely a challenge. Because listen, trust me, as much as we know that we're trying to build something that's going to be here for a very long period of time, and hopefully outlive all of us, I definitely keep an eye on that. But the small losses hurt, because I feel that they are opportunities for us to really make an impact. However, I think the piece that is so important to me, when I take a few steps back and we look at the last couple of expansion teams in this year alone, which is probably 3-4 years since their inception, they both had to rebrand. So we have to make sure we avoid that. We have to make sure that we're establishing our identity, that we're living by, establishing the values that we want to live by on a daily basis. And if we can get that right on the short term, they will be there, and they will be the foundation of everything that this club wants to be for the long-term future.